And what does Bob Ross say? He says like happy accidents or something, doesn't he?
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm not in the studio today because I thought I would have the great idea to do some painting outside. And I'm regretting it already because there's a plane above us which won't shut up. It started to get really windy and it looks like it's going to rain. But I've been wanting to do this for a few weeks now and it has not stopped raining. There's no other choice. British summertime is just shite. So I just don't know how this is going to go. So yes, I'm slap bang in the middle of the British countryside, also known as a field. However, saying that, I've got an absolutely amazing view. I've got plenty of grass, plenty of trees, a little town in the distance, and then past all of that as well is actually the sea. There's a beach over there somewhere. So it should be quite fun. I have to admit, I'm not the best painter in the world or anything like that, but it's not going to stop us. I'm going to crack on and get this watercolour painting done, and it is going to look amazing. It might end up being abstract, it might end up being realistic. I just never know. But anyway, let's get started before it starts to rain. I think it's best just to lay down colours and then see what happens from there, really. This is just, it's not going to look good, I know it's not. But there's a lot of green, so obviously we're going to start with green. I've already painted a fly into my painting. This is not going well. Oh, and some red. That's not supposed to be there. And there's people just staring. Because people just can't leave you alone when you want to do what you want to do. Even though it is windy today, it is really, really hot. I am baking. This is why I stay inside in the studio. It's just much nicer, there's less disruptions. I swear to God, that plane needs to It's not even a jumbo plane or like a passenger plane or anything. It's, you know, them kind of people who fly a plane just for fun and just to piss people off. It's that kind of plane.
And it is driving round in circles while I'm trying to record a video.
You go outside for peace and quiet, it just doesn't exist. Nowhere's quiet anymore. And yes, I probably sound like an old man, but I don't care. I'm upset. And if you saw the video where I finished my subscribers' drawings, you'll know that I'm not very good with watercolours. However, it should never stop you. You know, if you want to go do something, then you just do it. You have to learn somewhere. And sometimes you think you're really bad at something, yet other people think you're really good at it. So it's all kind of perspective. It's like another man's trash is another man's treasure, or I don't know, there's some kind of saying like that. Right, onto the sky. So far this is looking like literally any outdoor space ever. But you go in with the details later at the end and then starts to take shape. I think that plane's disappeared now, which is nice. Must have heard us. Must have heard us complaining. Decided to take the hint. Right, I think that's a good start actually. I think it literally looks nothing like what I'm painting, mainly because I haven't looked up from my canvas. So I was just like, I know green needs to be at the bottom and I know blue needs to be at the top, but that's okay. That's fine. We will have to paint in some detail to give it some perspective and to make it look a little bit more like something. I'm definitely 100% going abstract with this. It's not realistic at all, but I think it's going to look quite nice. Okay, I feel like it's starting to take shape. This is just kind of the foundation layers of everything, just setting the scene, and we will go in with some detail. I'm not making excuses up or anything, but I really need to invest in some better paintbrushes. Some of my brushes aren't very good. It's not an excuse, it's just a fact. It's coming across a little bit scratchy. That was the brush's fault. Wasn't mine. Ah, okay, that's looking quite cool. Obviously this brown bit is a fence, which you probably can't see very well, but I can see it. I have stylized slightly and made it up a little bit. And this is some trees happening in the sky. It's going okay, it's not going that bad. Yeah, and if you create any kind of crafts or artwork or anything like that and you want me to see it, or you want me to critique it, then feel free to tag me on Instagram. Although I'm not sure you would want someone like me critiquing your artwork, because I don't think I'm in any position to critique anybody's artwork. But I'll give it my best go. And you can happily critique this painting down in the comments below if you'd like. Just be nice and kind. I'm very sensitive. I'm not very sensitive actually. Well, I suppose I am a little bit sensitive. I'm a Pisces and we're quite emotional. I'll cry. I feel like them greens are too similar. It's okay, I'll go into this bit and change this up a bit. I don't really like it that much. I just want to add a little bit more texture to this kind of grass in front of the fence. Because it's got a combination of kind of, you know, that dead brown, wheaty kind of grass. And then it's got very nutritious and fresh green grass. Some darks and lights, and you want to mix them all together. Don't want to be stingy. There's like a village in the distance and I'm going to have to try and put that in, which is almost going to be impossible because I can barely see it with my own eyes. Very, very tiny, so just some little houses on the horizon. Maybe it's even just like dots. And then we can tell everyone that they are houses when they're in fact just little abstract shapes. I think the nice thing about painting outside is you don't need to worry about mess. All the paint just flicks around and it doesn't really matter. Oh, them birds flew so close to my head. It scared the shit out of us. Ah, standing back, it doesn't look bad actually, you know. Something needs to happen with this though. Okay, because this isn't a very colourful painting, I'm just going to add some flowers onto these bushes, which don't exist, but I feel like they should. I feel like nature should have grown some orange flowers on here, just to break itself up a little bit. See, that's the problem with realism. You have to stick to the rules, you have to paint exactly what you see. Whereas if you do it whatever you want to do, you don't have to. You can improve on nature, which I don't know whether that's insulting to nature or not, but I don't care. Ah, it's so much better. Ah, that looks nice. With the texture, it looks a bit more like a tree or a bush that I've just realised doesn't actually exist. I've made that up. Need to improve on the sky a bit. I'm starting to paint in this grass, and I already think I've made a mistake. I don't think I should have bothered. I think I should have just kept it quite simple, but I've started now. I might just do bits instead of doing the entire thing. I don't mind being outside, but I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. Probably end up with Lyme disease. Someone just drove past, and I always find it funny when people can't mind their own business. They have to poke their head in things, don't they? It's like, yes, there's a person stood in a field painting. I think the more layers I'm adding, the better it's actually becoming. It's looking a little fuller and a little more exciting. I'm still not sure about that village that I've painted. It kind of looks like hieroglyphics. Just kind of some strange, what's that monument called? Stonehenge. Kind of looks like an ugly version of that, doesn't it? I regret putting this grass on, I don't like it. I'm going to try and get rid of it. It just doesn't look right, does it? So the good thing about watercolour is sometimes you can kind of get away with erasing it a little bit, but I'm just blending it in a little bit more because I couldn't keep it like that. I was looking at it, I was like, there's something I'm not enjoying, and it's this awful grass. It's improved it a little bit. And what does Bob Ross say? He says like happy accidents or something, doesn't he?
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
No wrong with a happy accident, unless you shit yourself, and then that wouldn't really be a happy accident, would it? It would just be an accident. I think I'm going to add a couple of birds in the sky as well, because I'm sure a bird or two's flown by while I've been recording, so you don't want to miss them out, do you? That one went a bit dodgy, but we'll just ignore that one. And there we go. I think that's my painting complete. It's definitely an abstract interpretation of the British countryside, what I was painting. And I have stylized it and added a few things that aren't there and taken a few things away that are there. But I think my painting has character. It does. It's got like a movement to it. It's got some oomph. It doesn't look like a child's painting at all. Because if you compare it to what I was actually looking at, then it does look a lot different. But that's okay, we don't mind. I don't mind. But I have enjoyed getting out the studio for once and taking in a bit of fresh air and taking in all the noise, and it's been nice. It's been very distracting and difficult, but very nice. But I am looking forward to going back inside. But let me know what your thoughts are on this painting down below in the comments, and let me know if you think you'd have done a better job. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more wonderful painting tutorials, demonstrations, whatever it might be. Creative videos, we'll put it that way. Anyway, I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!